Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kelly with your next Learn It moment. You've probably heard of this thing called the Great Resignation. It's kind of in the news. Headlines are crazy right now. Sometimes it's over, the next time it's just beginning. I don't know what's going on out there, but I can tell you that you better look into this if you are in HR, if you manage a team, if you manage a company, if you have coworkers you want to keep. Guess what? It's going to affect you. So pay attention. Get out your notepad because this Learn It section is going to be all about the Great Resignation and what we got to do to prepare. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kelly. I used to be a teacher in the toughest classrooms in the worst neighborhoods with the most difficult students. And what I learned there changed everything I thought I knew about content creation and delivery. Over the past 25 years, I've taught thousands of students, both in person and online. And what I can tell you is that effective online engagement is the hardest thing you'll ever do without guidance. So I've dedicated this channel to showing people exactly how to capture attention, hold engagement, and create transformation. Every single part of it. I love learning, I love teaching and making an impact, and that's all you're gonna find right here. All right, let's get into it. What is this thing? You know, I gotta tell you, the thing with statistics, they're all over the place. Sometimes they're manipulable, sometimes they're just plain garbage, but out there in the internet, when you start looking at what this Great Resignation is, Microsoft did a survey, they said 41% of their respondents said they're looking for a new job. Well, that's a lot. But Monster's survey, that's a big job website, said 95%. 95% of people right now are considering making a job change. Oh my, imagine what that does to the workforce. All of a sudden, everybody's like, nope, screw it. You don't even know who I am. I'm out of here. So what we need to do is first, let's look at some of the myths out there that are surrounding this job market and how we're going to fix it. And then some thoughts that maybe you might want to incorporate if you are in this position where you work with someone else. And you're like, wow, I like this person. I like them. They like me. We should try to make sure this fosters into a good relationship for the long term. And the long term, by the way, is changing, but we'll get into that in a moment. Okay. So myth number one is that you can just throw money at this problem. A lot of corporate bigwigs have always thought, just throw money at it, it'll make it go away, and we can get on making money and doing business. Well, not according to a new survey by HBR. HBR surveyed people, and they said 9 out of 10 people would rather have an engaging work environment that has meaning and purpose than a 20% wage bump. 9 out of that, 90% of people are putting having meaning in their work as more important than the income that they bring in. You're not just throwing money at this, Clyde, you're gonna have to address it. So don't worry about the money so much as worry about creating an environment that fosters what people want. And one thing that people want is they want growth potential. So another crazy study said that 95% of people don't think that there's actually growth in the current job that they have. Well, you know what? The new world says we want growth in our job. And now some jobs don't have growth. Some jobs, that's the job, right? It is what it is. Well, don't expect to have those employees very long, so you're gonna have to increase your training for new employees and have a constant funnel because they're gonna come in one side and they're going out the other, and that's gonna be just the way the cookie crumbles. All right, so what is the third myth that people generally have about how they're gonna fix this Great Resignation? And that is all we need to do is allow people more space. Probably not. Space isn't gonna do it either. What you really need to do is start to understand what people do want. People want to be in a place that encourages engagement. Well, that's curious. That's what this entire channel is about. It's about engaging content, engaging workplace, finding out what people's values are. Any money that you have right now that you're gonna put into your culture within the walls of wherever you do business will pay you dividends, because culture is what people are looking for. People are looking to go to a place that allows them to be diverse, allows them to be accepted, is engaging and meaningful and has growth potential. So do you know what you have to do is you have to start understanding what people value and creating environments that foster those things for people, and that all starts with discussions. I know, that sounds icky, particularly for me, but if you don't get in there and start having discussions in terms of what people are actually valuing in this world, what they want, where they want to go, you are going to have a continually turnover workforce. Now, stop for a second, because our expectations also have to change. You see, the days of the 10-year or 15-year or lifetime employee, well, those are over. I'm telling you, like, guys in their late 40s and 50s, they're got like a 10-year turnover rate. Whereas the guys only in the mid-20s, guess what? It's 2.4 years. Well, if you get 2.4 years out of somebody in their mid-20s, you did a good job. Give yourself a pat on the back, and guess what? Bid them adieu. Wish them the best, and hope they become a great brand ambassador for you. And maybe they'll refer their other friends, and they'll say, you know where I got my best start? You know what's a great company to work for? I just kind of outgrew them. Was XYZ. That's who you want to be right now. If you have one of those jobs where you know there's not a lot of growth, you're going to create a culture that at least fosters communication and fosters creative thought. And then when that guy, that employee, has moved on past what the company can provide, you cheer him on. You have a big party and you say, hey, if in the future your skills and our skills are such that there's maybe an upper management position, please come on back because you were awesome. That's going to be the new world order, guys. So if you want to find out what you need to do to start changing your culture, you better subscribe. Click the link below. I got a new book coming out, Engage. Search around somewhere, there'll be a link to it. Anyways, you got to find it, get on the list, because that book will really help change the way you're creating your environment, your content, and your culture. I'll see you on the other side, guys. Have a great one.